creative and you can make, you see, you can make more money. And they are like, no, what do you mean? That we should agree with you. From free money, from free 99 billion, you are reducing it to almost like by 60%. No, we are going to suffer. And it's true. And there is no arrangement where 2 or 3 states can merge together. So you can just merge yourself together and say, we are too poor to have governors driving expensive cars, private jets, okay? Where you have no schools, you have no hospitals, you have no roads. But because you are a state in northern Nigeria, your governors, commissioners appointed, they are all driving expensive automobiles and all that. So now that you don't have much money, we are merged together, okay? And turn some of these states to local government areas. They don't want that. This is what the tax reform means. It's no more money for them. It is less money. And they know it. So no grammar is going to actually make them feel like it is in their own interest. So that is why it is one of their campaign talks in northern Nigeria right now. The other part.
Mun jagoranci na talakawa da mutane mabukata a jihar Kano da arewacin Najeriya da Najeriya da baki daya. Jinki shi kadai ne zai sa mutane talaka ya numfasa, talaka ya samu kwanciyar hankali, talaka ƴaƴansa su je makaranta, a yi abubuwa wanda yake jama'a za su yi rayuwa mai kyau, mutane su yi addinin su yadda Allah ya ce a yi, kuma a sami kwanciyar hankali da jin daɗi a ƙasa da ba su samu.
Sorry about that. I've got something I'm putting on, so my audio had to like pop up. But this is like a little bit of a digression now. The Southerners want resource control. The Northerners don't want that, because Nigeria is existing based on one principle: rob Peter to pay Paul arrangement. You rob the Peter to pay Paul. It is the theory of rich wife and poor husband. Northern Nigeria is considered the poorest husband. Very lazy, okay? Very lazy and unproductive. Or is forcefully married to a rich wife, which is the South. The wife is so productive, has a lot of children, and the husband is a drunk, jobless, lazy, unscrupulous, and name it. Because it doesn't have to do anything. The wife can feed the children. Maybe not all the children will eat well, but at least the wife can take care of the children. That's the logic of one Nigeria. But it is the laziness of the political class. Northern Nigeria can be so rich if they can do away with their criminal political class, like Kwakwanso, their governors, the Satan of Sokoto, their emirs, their clerics, their elites generally. If they can wipe all of them up, wipe them out once, there is a chance that the northern Nigeria can be richer than the southern part of Nigeria. They have the land, They have the resources. They have the people. But they don't have the required education, by the way, which is the fault of their ruling class, their elite, intentionally making them poorly educated, exposed, and all that. It's all intention, it's all by design. They discovered crude oil in Bauchi and is it Bauchi and Gombe? Have you forgotten? The Bokuwari spent 1.2 billion dollars drilling for oil. And then in 2022 or 2021, they announced that they have found crude oil. You remember? They have a name for it, OPF something basin. But some of us believe that they did not find any crude oil. They only used over $1 billion to dig a borehole, which they possibly found water. But they made celebration about it. So to me, they should be extracting that crude oil, stop terrorism, their own uranium, lithium. These are resources that could make the northern Nigeria, especially agriculture, resources, agriculture. But how can you have agriculture where these criminals, with the shared money that they are collecting from Abuja, they have used the money to nurture the homegrown terrorists, which they continue to defend, continue to protect in northern Nigeria? They invested the free money they are getting, not on education, not on real infrastructure, not on the people. They've used them to take care of themselves and their families. The rest they've used to produce this array of terrorists, who in turn have done so well to destroy agriculture in northern part of Nigeria. So if Tinubu, which now, I mean, nobody say anything who could work for anybody anyway before. So to me, make Tinubu now do what he knows how to do best. Okay? Whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. The people that Kwakwanso is counting on to reject Tinubu's tax reform, they are on break now. So next year, 2025, almost 2025, my interesting gone. Chai. 2025 will be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year. Make we shall get long life. We will live long enough to witness some of these historical events. You know? Did I hear amen? Yes. You shall live long enough to witness all of this. Because 2 years ago, this same religious and political elites of northern Nigeria, they were calling us kafiris, kafirina, the unbelievers. And we were considered enemies of Islam for telling them that those who are pushing the Mumu ticket, Muslim ticket, they are not even Muslims. These are pretenders, these are criminals. So how could anybody who is a true Muslim stand up in front of his own congregation, right? Stand up and tell them to go and support a drug dealer? In Islam, terrorism is actually haram. I know it's going to be like a shocker to some of you. Terrorism is haram in Islam. Jihad, to them it's like jihad is not haram. It's only war, okay? But terrorism, the way you have seen it so far, is actually haram. So somebody who is a terrorist sympathizer, as well as somebody who is a drug dealer, a drug baron. Tinubu, Alaji, what do you call Alaji Kolu. You now saw Afas, supposed Islamic people. That's why I won't take them serious. I've never taken them serious anyway, so I will never take them serious as well. How could anybody who is a true cleric stand in front of his own congregation and say they should go and support a drug dealer, heroin trafficker? Like, what the heck, man? But it happened. Yeah, it happened. They were everywhere. They gathered them in Kano. The person that brought all of them to Kano and paid on behalf of Tinubu was also a thief. The Babariga Mobile Banking CEO of Kano, Gandola was the one that brought all the affairs together. All these, what do they call them? All these guys from the Plateau State. The conflict for jihad people. Do you remember their name again? Izala. The Izala Islamic movement. Those terrorist enablers too. Izala. They brought all of them to Kano. They were, they came out and they said, one Muslim is so good, two Muslim is great. And therefore, anybody who was against that Mumu ticket, it's an enemy of Islam. I say, enemy of Islam. Drug dealer. This person is a drug dealer. They shut out your mouth. In the name of Allah. I say, okay. Today, they now know better. And they will do it again, by the way. So that's why I don't want to bank on them. So now they are saying that this Mumu ticket, last, it never even reached 2 years. Within a year, they already know that in a bad market. So now they want to now use a different thing. I don't know how that's going to work anyway, because, they have turned their shitty man to spare tire. A very useless one, right? I mean, by that. And they are telling the people that Tinubu call actually hates them. And therefore, their own people have agreed to stop Tinubu next year on this tax reform. I say, I would love to see that. Let's see those ones from northern Nigeria that will stop Tinubu. It's going to be interesting. Now listen to this lady.
I don't mean to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anybody. And I don't want to disrespect anybody. And I don't want to insult anybody. What I'm saying is that is the real truth. The real truth. The real problem of Nigeria. The real problem of Nigeria are Northerners. Northerners. Fulani. Hausa are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want our Nigerian progress. If they are not the one in power, then nobody can do it. It's only them that can do it. If you say you deprive Igbo people from having what is supposed to be theirs, allow them to go for their Biafra. If you say Yoruba people are not competent, they cannot rule Nigeria, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, should just stay and rule ourselves. If we kill ourselves, that's our business. You cannot say no, because Igbos, you think Igbos are thieves, Igbos are wicked, Igbos are this, they are that, they are this. There is no way that there's not the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you cannot help the Igbos, allow them to go. If you cannot carry the Yorubas, if you don't want them to rule you, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, will rule ourselves. If it's going to be better. We are one Nigeria, so we want the best for Nigeria. So we should look at where we are going wrong so that we can perfect it.
Thank you, Jariajia. Guess what? That video was where I saw the video. Was on one of the Ronuku's profiles. Yeah. Ronuku posted the video. Because what she's saying aligned with what they are feeling right now. Because according to them, the Northerners, they are angry with Tinubu, not because Tinubu is failing. To the Ronukus, the people that the North is against Tinubu because they are not in power. Not because that they have destroyed Nigeria within the last 18 months alone. No. Nigeria has seen the worst that so many people never believed could happen. No. So if you are a Northerner, and you come out and you say, this is our North is, you go make friends with the Ronukus. They are looking for anybody that can just be on their side right now. Because according to them, this is a betrayer. You betrayed them. You did not. If Tinubu is destroying Nigeria, and so, Shey Bokwari did not destroy Nigeria. Shey we complain. We're even fighting our own people, telling them to shut up and give Bokwari chance, give him time. We even supported him twice. This is Ronukus. But she's right to some extent. Let us break up this shit hole. Make everybody go their ways. If Tinubu's actions are going to make that happen, who are you to stop it? Northern Nigeria, you can do without the rest of Nigeria. Carry your 11 or 12 Sharia states and your own country. Let the people of the Middle Belt also have their own country. As for us, the Yoruba, let us have ours. As for the Biafrans, let them have theirs. So that we can stop blaming one another. Since this contraption called Nigeria is turn by turn, Nigeria Limited. It doesn't really matter anyway. If Tinubu can rile them up, even though if it is for his own selfish interest, at anything to scatter everything, show me where to cast my vote. I'll vote for it. To break up this contraption and stop all these lies that we are living. There is no one Nigeria. What you have is many Nigeria. The moment the money sharing stops, you will know that there is no one Nigeria. The only thing that makes them to claim one Nigeria is because of the money. And most of this is coming from southern part of Nigeria. It's a fact, bro. It is a fact. It's not that you don't have the potential. There's this monumental potential in northern Nigeria. But the handlers, the people in charge of that place, they have become so lazy, so selfish, so self-centered. Yeah? That they will burn down everything just to have their way. They will. Including sacrificing their own people, their lives, just to have that power, just to be in charge, just to be in control. And whenever they are in control, they do not even serve the interest of their people. No, they don't. I mean, I like it. I like this drama. I have to play out. So if the Ronukus are going to begin to realize that there is nothing called one Nigeria, and yes, it is their turn now. Make them chop them quick before everything, we shall be here reporting it. Yesterday in Ibadan. You see this rogodinho about Sharia or no Sharia. Of course, there are some olórí burúkú ẹ̀dás, àwọn gbàwèrè mẹ́sìns, which we have now been briefed that the intention is actually to cause religious crisis in Yoruba land. It is not as if to say the Muslims in Yoruba land, they have any problems practicing their religion, settling their disputes. No, there is no record of that. There is no record of the Christians in Yoruba land having problem with the Muslims, or the Muslims having problems with the traditionalists, except in Ilorin, except those fanatics from Ilorin. Okay, those Fulani Yorubas. Do you know that there are Fulani Yorubas, and they are mostly in Kwara State? And guess what? They do not even form more than 20 or 25%. The population of Yorubas in Kwara State, that Kwara State, is more than 60% to 70% of the population, including the towns that are Yoruba towns. And you remove Ilorin, let's just put Ilorin there, like, okay, Ilorin, stay here. Okay, Ilorin is a place where they have caliphates. All right, and it was because Ilorin was where Alimi and Afonja had parts. Afonja, who was fighting Alaafin Abiodun back then, it was meant to be Alaafin Abiodun's one of his warriors. Fortunately, he parleyed with this charm seller, somebody who was selling charm back then, called Alimi. He was an Apa, all right, a Fulani man who was selling charm in the bag like that. So he was making charm for for Afonja. And Afonja decided to, told him to actually match his own Fulani fighters plus his own fighters to now what? To resist the rulership of the Alaafin, and claim that he has declared his own independence from the rest of Yoruba land, which was supposed to be controlled by Alaafin of Oyo. History now, so this was how Ilorin came to be. And that is why in Ilorin, you will see that they are speaking Yoruba, all right? But the thing is, they are also half Yoruba, half Fulani. No, true story. And yeah, they are Yorubas, but they are also Fulanis. But they are people who fancied more of their Fulani blood than the Yoruba blood because of the religion. And it has been like that from generations, like it's been a while. True story. And that is why you will see some of them, the way they will disparage the rest of Yoruba land. The way they talk, the way they do their stuff. Not all of them, I'll say some of them. So they have their caliphate in there, and they will tell you that Ilorin, that it is a town that is far from hellfire and very close to paradise. So therefore, all these traditional, don't bring it here. This is like holy place, because that was where the Alimi soldiers, right, who also impregnated many of the Yorubas and gave birth. Their forefathers are like that, mixed blood like that. It's a pride for some of them. It's just that the way they disparage the rest of Yorubas is what is not going to settle with a lot of us. Or if you go to Kwara State, the larger part of Kwara State is Yoruba land. Yorubas speak Yorubas fluently. Like Yorubas, true, blood, everything. No mix or anything. But when they are creating this contraption Nigeria, when they are creating their states, they now they said Kwara State is north central. It is not south central. Why is it not? Why can't they just call it south central? Why is it north central? No. But that's a long story, you know. And then, they are practicing their religion. Everybody should be like coexisting peacefully, no too much, This is us as Yorubas, right? So why are you bringing up this Sharia, that, as if to say your Sharia doesn't even, your Sharia exists within the religion itself. Now we have now been kind of like told that some of these are externally funded agendas. So yesterday in Ibadan, the traditionalist, the